Well, good morning. I hope you're having a great start to your week. Temperatures this morning kind of started out a little bit on the mild side. Looking at lows across the area this morning, 62 in Calhoun City, 63 in Starkville. So a little bit on the mild side, and that's because we've had some rain out there. And temperatures right now, a few hours later since we've had those lows, haven't risen that much. 64 still in Starkville, 64 in Houston, it's still 64 in Tupelo. Those temperatures haven't gone up much thanks to those clouds and that rain we've seen moving through the area. And speaking of that rain, we can see it, some stretching from parts of I-55 all the way up to parts just south of Tupelo. We zoom in on some areas here as it moves. This is all this rain is starting to move east, starting to move through our viewing area and starting to exit. Really, this is kind of the last line in parts of along I-55, in parts of Winona, stretching a little to the farther east. And that's going to continue to move to our east and through their area, exiting in a little bit. In a couple hours, it should be moving through and we should be all right. Looking out over the junction now, a little on the wet side as we see traffic moving through, kind of lying along cars there. That's kind of interesting. Have to see what that's about. But overall, people walking around, traffic not moving that well because of that long line of cars. But 64 right now in Starkville. Winds are calm, but it is still raining out there. Those light showers, not heavy precipitation. Few areas seeing some heavy precipitation, but overall kind of on the light side, just kind of keeping us nice and cool for the day. As you can see, starting this out 10 a.m., so we still have some light showers lingering and some clouds, but by 3 p.m. or by noon, excuse me, most of that cloud and that rainfall is starting to move into parts of Alabama and parts of southeast Mississippi, and that's going to continue throughout the day. And by the time you go home from work, or you're heading back to your apartment from school, by 6 p.m. we're clearing out nicely and really going to be clear for the next couple of days as high pressure kind of sits in and keeps most of the precipitation off to our east. Something to watch though in the Atlantic, that area of low pressure, I have to see if that intensifies a little bit. National Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on it. Not going to affect us, but it could affect parts of the East Coast as we go through the next 24 to 48 to 72 hours. But for the rest of the day, 81, the rain ends. We start to clear as we go through the afternoon hours into the night hours, and by tonight, low of 57. So another cool night. Pretty comfortable night for the most part. So get out there and enjoy it if you can, because the rain will be gone. As we go through tomorrow, warm up to about 86, less humid, a little bit cooler. Those winds out of the north keeping us nice and dry. As the rest of the week goes, 80s across the board.